Please welcome tonight the San Jose State University Spartans. Introducing the starters for the San Jose State University Spartans. At forward, number 15, Philippe Castellanos. Number 39, Andrew Baker. And number 80, Max Zlochevsky. On defense, number 61, Izzy Parker. And number 6, Ruth Allen. And net, number 32, Nicholas Chet Lennox.
Welcome, hockey fans, to the fourth and final game for today in the PAC8 Championship Tournament here at the URC on Eastern Washington University campus, downtown Cheney. My name's Gary Allen. Tyler Pisani will be joining me shortly here. He's doing the intros right now. Well, we've had an interesting day so far. We had a major upset today in the first game. Number 1 seed UW fell to number 8 seed USC Trojans. Second game had, Utah up against Western Washington. Utah winning that game. And the last game was Cal Berkeley Bears against WSU Cougars, and Cal came away with the win. And tonight we got your hometown Eastern Washington University Eagles going up against San Jose State University Spartans. The winner of this game will be playing tomorrow night against Cal at 7 o'clock. 3 o'clock game is when you see Utah against USC. That should be a good contest. All the games tomorrow is going to be solid. We'll see how the Eagles do. They got a great opportunity to keep moving forward. They just got to take care of business tonight against San Jose. Eastern wins the draw, kicked it on over to Sam Thompson, who dumped it in. And we're going to have a penalty right away. It looks like it's going to be an interference, and it's going to go against San Jose State. Right off the bat, Thompson tried to go in to the zone, and he got mugged. Golden opportunity for Eastern to really set the tone of this game with only 11 seconds gone in the first period. They're on the power play. It'd be huge for Eastern if they could score on this one. The penalty is going to go against Luke Haller for an interference. Eastern wins the draw. Flood has it. He kicks it on over. He got it down to Isaac Hood. He looks for a long pass to Frank Flood, who was right in front of the net. Whistle blown for the mooring, the net coming off its mooring. But right now, I like what I'm seeing out of Eastern. They're attacking, and which is great to see out of them because they're an awful strong club when they go on the offensive attack. Joel Lussing's in taking the draw for Eastern. San Jose State wins it, but stolen by Eastern and a quick shot by Mr. Lusk that was smothered up. I'm still waiting to find out who is in the net for San Jose State University. I will get you that as soon as I find out. Hood stops the puck at the blue line. He dumps it all the way in. Play-by-play man Tyler Pisani. He's joining me right now after all that work on the intros. And the puck goes all the way down past
all the excitement, Gary.
Oh, it's pumped up time.
It is. The crowd here is very amped up for this one.
Yeah, I was saying that this is a golden opportunity, Eastern, to set the whole tone in this game, getting a penalty so quick. And who is in net for San Jose State? I didn't hear.
It is Nick Check-Lennis. He must have taken an early flight today. We missed him at the skills comp. We missed him picking up his first team All PAC8 award. But he is in net here. And he gloves that one out of the air.
Well, Eastern's going to have to put some traffic in front of him because if he, he's a great goaltender, but if he can't see it, the puck's going to go in the net sooner or later. Talking to some of the crowd here, they're even really jacked up because they can see a great road for Eastern if they can pop tonight's game.
Early on here, the crowd's excited. Eastern on an early power play. Thompson rockets that just wide of the mark. Now in from distance. And it's going to be back up to the top of the zone as Hoodie tries to put that on net, and it's going to bounce up into the netting. 36 seconds left on the minor penalty to Haller. Did you happen to catch what that was for, Gary? I was still walking up here.
Run that by me again. I was sitting there looking at the thing.
The penalty to Haller. Do we know what that was?
Yeah, that was interference.
Aha.
Could have been called a mugging on that. But
The crowd was excited about it. Still 30 seconds left on that power play. Eastern with a point-blank shot, top of the crease. And Wyatt Stevenson just cannot beat the glove of Nick Checklennis.
And you can see why Checklennis got the top goaltender, because that one he just snagged out of the air. That was a point-blank shot by Stevenson. But right now, Eastern's doing a good job of attacking, and that's what they need to do.
Now it's sent all the way back down. Brendan Carew out of his net. He's going to leave that one up for Tierney. Brody Roach, he's going to feed it up ahead to Lund. Now here comes San Jose State the other way. Able to keep it in, but just for a moment as Parsons comes through the neutral zone. Zlochevsky heads back to the bench. That's not going to get touched up in neutral ice. So it'll be an icing with 17:38. San Jose State already killing off their first penalty as that one came just 12 seconds into the game.
It's a big motivator for San Jose knocking out that penalty, and then they got one so quick in the game.
Both teams fired up for this one. They've both been kind of in and out all day long watching these games, probably watching these broadcasts. So they know what to expect out here in terms of competitiveness from what they've seen this weekend. Eastern is the underdog here, the 5 seed against number 4 San Jose State. But these games, even when you look at them in bigger pictures like NCAA tournaments, the close-seeded games you never really count the lower seed out. They're not really the underdog. It's just how they ended up at the end of the season.
Yeah, not with a 4 or 5. That's just kind of a wash. And that's why I was looking forward to this game. You knew it was going to be competitive.
We've had some high-scoring games today. Obviously, only 3 minutes gone in this one. There's an opportunity there for Joel Lusk. He just can't get it off his stick in time. As Ryan Carew floats that towards the leg pad of Nick Checklennis, and he's got his 6th save of the night.
Got a nice crowd here tonight for the EWU game.
It's all those cowbells and shirts and fruit pies. I mean, that's what got me in the door. It's funny, the fruit pies were for giveaways, but I think the front office staff here probably ate half of them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one there.
A wild stick off on the near side, turned away by Carew, the first shot by San Jose State today. Donovan Garcia makes the first man miss. Now back out front. Shot taken off of the leg pads of Garcia. That one off the stick of Moffitt. Eriks has to give chase. He's going to bring it up the low wall. Plays it off of the boards. Tries to get up. And Tidingo going to send that back down into the corner. And Carew going to hold on to that one as Tierney skates over the top of him on accident. See, Carew was a little bit frustrated there when he got bumped until he realized that it was Ryan Carew. And yeah, that's fine. Ryan's a good guy. 16-16 showing on the clock in the first period. Roach has it. Circles behind the net. Fires it near side. Lund looking to release down the wall and misses the puck as it was coming towards him. Carew wisely going to cover that one up and keep a very mellow pace early on in this one.
Well, that's a smart play by Carew. Let Eastern set up. Get their skates on them again. There's nothing wrong with smothering the puck that early.
Face off won by the Eagles. Roach going to take it back behind Carew. Roach still behind the Eastern Washington net. A big pass over the far side. Soft hands by Hood. Corral that one. Now with Carew again. Ryan, the younger brother of netminder Brendan Carew. This one squirts out. And Lund not able to come away with it, but back to the stick of an Eastern Washington Eagle. Nobody on the near side. 2 Eagles on the far side, and Best is knocked down as he chops that one into the end. Lund there Makes one man miss, gets that out front to check Lettuce. Second attempt. Eastern Washington lights the building on fire.
The crowd likes that one.
And Isaac Hood with the salute to the crowd. 4 minutes, 49 seconds into this one. And Eastern Washington has the fans pumped up.
This is huge. That was huge to get that first goal just because of the size of this crowd here. Plus, it lets Jack Lettuce know, like, no, you're going to have to be on your game. That was an excellent shot, top shelf. Really nice job by Isaac Hood. But the Eagles, I noticed tonight, they just came out on fire. They've just been attacking this whole time.
Another chance out front. Bouncing puck takes out the leg of an Eastern Washington player. And we'll see if that was the puck or a stick that got in the leg.
San Jose is going in the box.
Lusk. So there you go. Just like that, right back on the power play.
You know how big a goal right now would be? It would be
Light
massive.
this building on fire.
Because this crowd is ready to get in and start roaring.
So it'll be Parsons. 2 minutes for a trip. The second San Jose State penalty. And now it looks like Lusk going to take a seat, or I'm sorry, Thompson. And they're going to play 4-on-4. So they sent Thompson to the box. Not sure why. We'll see if we can get an update here.
Might have been a retaliation part. I know one thing, the referees are going to have their hands full. You get a feeling tonight with this game.
Well, we are less than 5 minutes into this game, and we've already got 3 penalties on the score sheet.
Well, just remember when we took that swing down there, how they competed against each other.
And just like that on the breakaway, San Jose State gets back on the board thanks to Donovan Garcia.
That was a pure angle on that one. The guy just got an Eastern D-man, just went a little bit too wide, and he broke around him. Did a nice job by the San Jose State player. But you got to look at your angles when you go in.
And they left him alone on that far side, so you're right. They had to come at that angle and just took the wrong one. So just like that, all knotted up at one.
I don't know. You can just feel the tension in the air right here. It just all over this building right now.
Well, you could see that Donovan Garcia, not a fan of the crowd here at Eastern Washington, celebrating after that goal. This one on the backside, Carew coming across the crease. Able to shut the door. And again, Eastern leaving a man out front.
They're just not covering up really well right now.
And Garcia puts that on net, but Carew gives it a bear hug and holds on to it. But you're right, Eastern's just kind of free-floating. They're not letting anybody, or they're not marking anybody. They're letting anybody at the top of that crease. And that's what's led to problems earlier this year.
Carew stood up big on that one because that was a point-blank shot on that. Eastern's got to settle in and start playing positional hockey, especially 4-on-4. I'm not sure what's going on now.
San Jose State. It looks like San Jose State's coach has a question.
Or he's trying to get his point across.
Not sure if he was asking the officials to watch out for something. But we are back underway here right in front of the Eastern Washington shoot door. Carew going to send that in. Bounces it across. Zlochevsky there first. Ewell with it. Battle for the puck on the far side. That one's sent towards the goal mouth, and Carew's going to hold on to it.
Right now, Eastern slipped a little bit. They're chasing San Jose State, and they weren't doing that in about the first 4 minutes of this game, but now they're kind of just letting San Jose State dictate what they want to do.
Eastern able to get it up and out of the zone, but just a couple of inches away from letting Sean Smith take that one down the ice. Smith now in neutral ice, trying to get it across. That one's poked into the scorer's box. With 43 seconds left on the 4-on-4.
I just have a strong feeling Smitty's going to have a good game tonight. I really do. He's just, now that he's got back, get back into the groove of things, you can see the improvement in him. He's a heck of a hockey player.
This puck sent in off the back wall. Czech Lennis going to stick it behind his own goal. Let his team come and get it. That one bounces out into neutral ice. There to pick it up is Tierney. He's going to fire it off the wall. And doesn't get a good enough bounce. That's going to go past the end line and bring the action down in front of Brendan Carew with 27 seconds left on the 4-on-4. We saw Smitty wandering around. We talked to him a little bit at the skills competition last night. He's one of the players that's been here all day, taking in all of the games, watching what's going on.
Plus, he's just a nice kid, plain and simple. But he's a feisty hockey player down there.
And now here come the Eagles. A 2-on-2 rush with some speed is Flood on the right side. He's knocked off of the puck as he crosses the blue line. Lusk has to chase it down into the corner. Joel Lusk battling with San Jose State, about 3 different Spartans there. And now here they come the other way. Garcia's got it. He scored the last goal, which was San Jose's first. Bouncing around over to the far side with it is Lusk. Penalty expires. Both players exit the box. Lusk trying to feed it into the neutral zone as he saw Thompson coming out of the box. Couldn't get to him. Now Tierney back behind the Eastern Washington cage. See Asa Cheney back there in his wonderful cowboy hat. They rim it in all the way around to the other side. Lund now with it. Tries to feed it out front, but his teammate's getting a line change on, so nobody home. They had a big hit, knocks Moffitt into the boards, but he doesn't lose his skates. This one out into the neutral zone again. Best and Hood saw that one, and both were chasing it. Now caught back behind the puck. And here comes Hood, knocks the player off. A big hit on Best right in the center of the zone, and Hood returns the favor on Parsons, and now on the far side. Lund looking to make one-man miss, and San Jose touches that up. Cole got blown up in the defensive zone. Not the player you want to see down on the ice after what we saw here earlier this year with him. Fans are looking for a call here, but I think that was a fairly innocuous hit in the middle of the zone.
Yeah, it was. It was a.
He just
it was
didn't
a
see
clean
it
hit.
coming. Sometimes those are those ones that you need a second to regroup.
Well, it's been a fast-paced game right now. There's no question about that.
And Cole back to his skates, and he's not heading to the locker room. He's heading back to the bench.
Oh, he's a gamer. He's just a plain gamer. You'd have to do some serious damage for him to get off the ice.
The 12:06 left to go here in the opening period of the final game of round 1 at the PAC8 championship tournament. Hometown Eastern Washington Eagles coming in as the number 5 seed against number 4 San Jose State. And the first 8 minutes of this game has lived up to everything we had hoped for. A goal from each team. 3 penalties, 2 for San Jose State, 1 for Eastern.
The crowd's definitely into it tonight.
Zlochevsky's going to try and send it up down the wall and right into the helmet of Sam Brash on the bench. He wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I thought it hit Sam. I did.
That is the second player on that bench to get hit with a puck in the head today. So if you're ever arguing about wearing that helmet on the bench, this is why. So face-off coming right in front of the Eastern Washington bench. 12 minutes on the clock. Zlochevsky mugged in front of the Eagles bench. That one sticked off into the corner. And now Zlochevsky and Eric's battle for the puck. Another Spartan coming in there. That looks like it's Czech Lennis. I'm sorry, not Czech Lennis, Werner. And the officials are going to let them play here. The crowd not quite so happy with that. But
they're going to have to keep a handle on this, because if you remember the San Jose swing and we were down there was some animosity between both squads, and I think they're remembering it right now, the way the intensity's picked up on how much they're hitting.
On the ice, looks like it's Dysart, Garcia, and Moffitt coming in for San Jose State. This one up to Flood. He holds it for a second. Easy pass out into the neutral zone. This one kicked across the ice by Moffitt. Now pushed ahead to Dysart. Carew off the wall. Can't get it out of the zone. East are looking to throw the body around here, finishing their checks. Flood has to use his body to shield Tydinko off of it. And somehow squirting out of there with it was Moffitt. He's going to send it to the far side. Now Eastern struggling to get it out of their own end. Now Thompson has a man in the middle. He knew exactly where he was going with that one, as Flood's going to bring it up ahead. That one just behind Lusk. And coming the other way now is Moffitt. He gains the blue line, cuts towards the center. Sticked up and over the cage. A good deflection by Dysart. And a swing and kind of a soft one in towards Carew at 10:32 left in this first period.
Moffitt's a dangerous player for San Jose. Or he was in the skill comp, yes, but he's a talented hockey player. Eastern's got to be aware of where he's at. But if you remember right in that swing we did down there, it was so hot and heated that they didn't even have a handshake at the end of the game. The referee said, no, you guys go to your own dressing.
Sometimes, as great as a handshake is, sometimes
it's better not to have it.
Yeah. Now Hood looking to bring it straight through the center of the defense. Somehow still has it. Gets that shot off, but just off the side of the cage. And now Flood chasing the puck down into the corner. He's going to knock the Spartan off of it. Now a big dive. Backhanded catch by the captain, Wells. He's going to send it in from center ice. Bounces off the wall, and there to pick it up were the Spartans. Wells pokes it ahead. He looks to chase it and then runs into a line change on the San Jose State bench. So he's going to head back to his own bench as San Jose State now looks to push it ahead. They get as far as the Eastern blue line and now playing pass between the blue lines. Belair gets that into the blue line or into the zone. Bouncing puck in the center of the crease. Carew saw it. Luckily, two red jerseys there, and they wisely cover it up. .9:24 left to play in this opening period. Pretty evenly matched teams as we expected. Eastern with 1, San Jose State with 1. Eastern with 7 shots, San Jose State with 7 shots. Zlochevsky along the low wall. He's fighting with Tierney for it. Tierney going to use his body, gets there first. Eastern looking to play it up the wall. Can't get it any further than Warren. And Carew again going to cover that one up.
That's outstanding decision-making by Mr. Carew and net right now. There's no sense of scrambling around. Just get a face-off, get your teammates all lined up, and start going on the attack again.
Face-off won by the Eagles. Roach trying to send it down the wall. Back behind the Eastern Washington net. The Eagles going to take a penalty for this one, as I think it was Ryan Carew with a trip, as he ended up on top of, looks like, not quite sure who that is, Gary. We don't have a 30 on our lineup sheet.
Well, this has been an Achilles heel for the Eags taking some penalties, and they got to be careful on this, because the way San Jose likes to play, they do a quick game, and they like to spread it out, and you can't afford to keep being a man down.
San Jose State with it. Shot from the far circle, bounces to the near circle. Garcia looking to circle the puck back behind the net now. Round and round it goes in the attacking zone for San Jose State. On the far side is Moffitt. He's going to feed it up top now to Tydinko. Garcia with it, makes one man miss, circles back. Easy touch pass out front, back door, kicked away. And Hood sees some open ice. He's going to take it. And gets a one-handed shot off. Saw that in the NCAA a couple of days ago with, I believe it was Buffalo. Good pass out front to Hood, but he had taken the near post route when he needed the far. 1:08 left on the power play.
But what Hood did really well with how he came in on the break, he ate up a lot of seconds on the penalty kill they're trying to do. So actually that was a benefit, even though he got a one-handed shot. It was just the clock that he ran down, and that helps Eastern kill off some of this time.
48 seconds left on the power play. Eastern needs to watch that back door. That's where they were looking to go again. Hofacker kicks that one back with his feet. One out into the center. Couple of steps taken. Big save by Carew.
Crew's definitely on his game tonight. You can see it. He's a wall there tonight.
That was Dysart with the point-blank shot, and another shot on the far side. Carew standing on his head here with these point-blank shots.
He's definitely standing tall for the Eagles right now. But, of course, that's how he's played for the last 2 years for Eastern.
So 20 seconds left. Face-off coming glove side of Brendan Carew. Off to his left. Won by the Eagles. Eric sends that out. Now here comes Flood behind the defense. He can't get a hold of the puck as the defender's stick was in his skates. That one pushed towards the goal mouth. Flood still in the offensive zone. Looks to turn around, heading the other way. Eastern kills off that penalty and now has the puck in the attacking zone. Flood just couldn't hold on to it that close. Had to kick it off into the corner. Now Smitty out there. Sean Smith, or actually Joel Lusk rather. Wells is going to get there first. He had to beat out Zlochevsky. Eric's now back to Wells. Wells thinks about it. A high dump out into neutral ice. All the way back to the defense of the Spartans. Zlochevsky can't get it much further than the blue line. That's going to go back into the San Jose State end. Bouncing puck in neutral ice. Near side now, Zlochevsky. Now Thompson trying to bring it in. Finally chops it back. Bouncing puck into the Eastern Washington end. Roach has a man behind him. He's going to hold on to it. Gets behind the net. Turns. Looks at the ice. Feeds it up the near side to Sean Smith. Easy pass off the glass up ahead. And now Lusk comes just across the center stripe. Has that one bounce off the end wall and out into the blue paint. Czech Lennis leaves it off for his defenseman. And now picking it up is Ellis along the near wall. Bouncing puck. Skitters back behind the end line. Dydinko back behind the net now. Tries to feed it off. Turnover. He gets it to Hood. Hood tries to feed it out front. I couldn't tell if it deflected off the goal or off of Czech Lennis.
I think San Jose just picked up a penalty.
I think so. Lund was down in the center of the zone. The cross check. So Eastern going to have another chance here with the man advantage. This one 14:48 of the first period.
Looks like Warren's the one for San Jose State that went in.
For a cross check.
I mean, both teams are doing a nice job of clogging up the passing lanes, and that's why it's kind of like a mirror with each other right now because they're doing a nice job in the neutral zone. That's why you don't see a lot of long stretch passes. Both teams are doing a nice job of that.
I think we saw this at the beginning of the year. You know, we said once this Eastern team gels and once San Jose State has a chance to settle, these two teams are going to be pretty equal, and that's what we're seeing so far through the first 15 minutes here. As coming down the ice is Moffitt. He's going to get pushed to the outside. Now tries to make it back into the middle. A good body work by Trent Wells as he essentially just neutralized Philippe Moffitt.
Well, he's such a solid defenseman, and that's what I was talking about, angles. If you looked at what Wells did on that one, he set him up. So it was a collision that was going to happen just because of the angle Wells took on him.
And Wells is not afraid to throw the body around.
Not
here.
at all.
Picked up again by Hood, and now here comes Garcia the other direction. This is how San Jose State scored their first goal. And a good poke away by Hood. San Jose State getting a full reset all the way back into their own end, trying to get the Eastern players to chase. And that'll be an icing. No, they're going to say no icing there. That one was sent from... Oh, there's a penalty. Thank you, Gary. That would be why. Smith now, middle of Czech Lennis, and just can't poke it home. 44 seconds left on the power play.
But if you notice what San Jose State did on that one, they ate up a lot of clock by taking the puck back into their end rather than just shooting it down. They ate up a good 5-10 seconds by just doing that.
Now Lund with it on the right side. He's got Smith behind him. He's going to go all the way across to Roach. Roach circles back on the far side. Tries to feed it up the wall. Now Smith goes all the way around to Lund on the near side. Stevenson with it. He's got his options. Decides to go short now near side to Tierney. He's going to think about it. Winds up, fires a shot, lifts it just over the top of the cage. Penalty expires. Stevenson will still with the puck. Tries to float it out to the center to Lund. And instead it's going to go back behind the net. This time to Kodner. Now it's pushed up ahead. Zlochevsky floating kind of back behind Eastern Washington's defense here. That's how Garcia got his goal. Tierney gets that out into neutral ice. Bouncing puck as San Jose State corrals it and is heading the other way. Carew going to slow that up for his man behind the net. That's Wells. Over to the far side. And Flood was hoping that one was going to squirt through. No luck. So Eastern going to have to build up the old-fashioned way. Lusk now rims it around. Flood going to get there first. Now back down to Lusk. Nobody at the top of the crease for him. But Carew going to get back down, chop that in the far side now with Lusk. He's going to kick it back up top. Good save there by Eastern Washington. I believe that was Wells that kept that one in and the net off of its mooring. So 2:06 left in this opening period.
Well, this game's lived up to everything that everyone was talking about.
Has.
And it's extremely competitive right now.
Czech Lennis making sure that his best friend there stays in place. Just 126 seconds left before they head back to the locker room. We'll get some fresh water down there, and maybe the goals will stick in the next period. The referee at center ice having enough of, I think that was Kodner and Smith on the near side, or Kodner and Hood on the near side. They're getting a little scrappy before the puck drops.
Well, Isaac is known to introduce himself quite a bit, and so that's probably what he was doing.
Well, I mean, really, every parent with two kids knows this. One kid's the good kid, one kid's the bad kid. And all I'm saying is that Isaac's brother is a ref. That's all I'm saying. This one back out into neutral ice as it bangs off the official on the low wall. Moffitt has his pocket picked from behind. And Dysart knocked down by the man Isaac Hood. Kodner with it. He's going to push it up on the far side. Wells chops it right back to him. This time Warren going to give it a shot as Kodner moves to the near side. Kodner going to move it up the near side wall.
You had to hold your breath on that one because it looked like it might have went in.
Carew got just enough of that slap it wide of the post, and then he was a little discombobulated for a moment. 1:15 left in the period. San Jose would love to find the back of the net here with just over 60 seconds remaining and take that momentum into the second period. Puck sent over into the corner. Tierney now chops that off of the glass. Out into neutral ice, and now Lund has to get on his horse. He's going to get to the middle. Belair on the far side. He's going to take that, clangs it off of the net, I believe.
That sure was a heads-up play by Lund on that one. He saw Blair going down, and he darted it toward the outer of the net, so it opened the ice up for Blair to decide what he wanted to do. That was a heads-up play by Lund.
A good opportunity there by Belair as well, as he tried to sneak that one in. I think if he keeps that one on the ice, maybe Czech Lennis just kicks that one over to Lund from the angles they were at. Now Tierney trying to poke it in. So we'll go back out into neutral ice. 33 seconds left in this period. With it now is Warren. He's going to try and play it up to Dysart, who scoops it into the zone. Roach has one man on. He's going to send it over to the far side. Eric's with it. He's got Stevenson in the middle. Tries to play it to him just behind him. Now dumped back in. And that's going to be an icing. With 12 seconds left to play, Eastern maybe a face-off win and a shot left in this one. I see Swoop over there on the far side. The intermission game is probably going to be wild here in the next couple of minutes. But this game could not get any closer, Gary.
No, not at all.
12 seconds left in the first period. 1 goal apiece, 13 shots apiece. The only difference here is the penalties category. And this one just tied up right on top of the face-off dot. 8 seconds left. That one off the side of the cage. Bouncing puck out front. Sent into the corner.
Oh, we're gonna
The
have a
player
problem.
runs into Czech Lennis. And that looks like it's going to put Eastern Washington on the penalty kill here at the end of the period. And we'll see who it was. But definitely Eastern looking to send a message to Czech Lennis as San Jose State asking for head contact. I don't know that they're quite going to get that. We'll see what they put up on the board here.
That was a penalty. You got to wonder what Eastern's player was at that time. I'm not sure exactly. It almost looked like he got shoved from behind and he went in toward the net.
So we'll step away. We'll get this figured out in the next 20 minutes. We'll be back with the second period of this PAC8 championship matchup between the San Jose State University Spartans and Eastern Washington University Eagles. Friends and family, welcome back to the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center for the second period of game number 4 today between the hometown Eastern Washington Eagles and the visiting San Jose State University Spartans. And this game is about as evenly matched as you can anticipate for a 4-5 game, as Eastern with 1 goal as the number 5 seed, San Jose State with 1 goal as the number 4 seed. 13 shots from San Jose State, 16 from Eastern Washington, and with Sam Thompson in the box, both teams now have 3 penalties.
You can't get much evener than that. You just can't.
We've had an exciting day of hockey here, starting off with the big upset this morning when USC, the number 8 seed, the last team to make the tournament, knocked off the reigning defending UW Huskies, reigning defending champion UW Huskies. It's late in the day, Gary. My tongue does not want to do what I want my tongue to do at this point.
No, I think it's a Peter Pan effect.
It's the Peter Pan effect. No Peter Panic in this game yet. Other than this last penalty from Thompson, all fairly innocuous penalties.
It's a crucial 2 minutes, though, for Eastern right now, just to settle back down in. Like we talked about in between periods, Eastern controlled it for about the good 7-8 minutes, and then it flopped. San Jose seemed to gain a little control. So
San Jose going to start in control here as Sam Thompson going to take a 2-minute seat to start the period after running into Nick Cheklenis, the PAC8 first-team netminder for the season, right there at the end of the period. Shot taken in and out of the midsection of Carew. Dangerous puck out front, and Hood's going to try and send that out of the zone. Pass on to the far side. Garcia had the first goal. He's the one that puts it off to the side, and now a chance here for Eastern Washington, as I think Lusk just Lund instinctually just swept that down the ice.
I think he thought the San Jose player was closer to him at that time.
San Jose looking to set something up. Sitting right in the center is Castellanos. And he's kind of planted himself on top of that crease, and Eastern's leaving him alone. We'll see what happens there for the rest of the game if they put a body on him, but that could be dangerous in front of Carew.
The guy that I would be really concerned with if I was Eastern, who's out there, is Moffitt. He is such a talented player, and he flows really well up front and back on the D. He's on the D right now, but he's a dangerous player.
Shot taken from the top of the zone. Now it's going to be near side. Back up to the top of the zone. Pass down low. Backhanded shot. Kind of a spin around. I believe that was Dysart. Or Castellanos, rather. 44 seconds left on the power play. Top of the zone. Tidingo there. And just looking to clean that up. As a couple of players run into Wyatt Stevenson as he's just standing there. A good cleanup goal by Castellanos. And that's a power play goal for San Jose State. Just 1 minute, 24 seconds into this second period. Castellanos.
Well, you got to give San Jose credit on that one. They got Eastern chasing them, and that's how they ended up having the free Castellanos on the back door.
And he planted himself right where we said, waited at the top of the crease. It's only 1 or 2 steps either direction at that point to get to the side.
One thing Eastern's got to do is those little mistakes you're seeing right now. They're making blind passes, just little tiny things that's really slowing them down to get the momentum offensively. If they can eliminate that. They're in the game, but those little mistakes are hampering their offensive attack.
So face-off coming, glove side of Cheklenis. Thompson feeds it out front. Lusk there, but he can't poke it home. Now Flood gives it to Lusk, and he can't get it home. Floats out into the neutral zone all the way back to the Eastern Washington end of the ice. A couple players touch it up in the neutral zone. Thompson there now going to pick it up, brings it across the blue line. fires it from distance, and Czech Lennis going to hold on to that for another face-off to his left glove side.
Although that shot was harmless, it also will start planting some things in San Jose's mind. Like they'll take a shot wherever they are as soon as they cross the blue line. So actually, that's a beneficial shot, even though it was, Jack Lennis grabbed it harmlessly, but it can really start weighing on a team. Where are they going to shoot from?
Well, not to mention, goalies are people too. They get tired just like everybody else, and the more even just mundane saves you make them make, the tougher it becomes later on in the game. A good save there by Carew. He's going to let that one out for his own players. And kind of a backwards over the head pass by Smith. Picked up by Lund. He's got Hood on the backside. Can't get the shot off. This one out front to Smith. And Lund there trying to poke it home, but a good save by Czech Lennis.
But you were talking about how goalies can get tired. We saw a great example of that in this game before this with Kane Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
He got peppered with so many shots that you could tell the last 5 minutes he was just drained. And you're right. So if you can get more shots on the netminder, make them work early, that'll pay dividends in that third period.
Neither one of these teams getting a ton of shots off in that first period. This one out front. What a save by Czech Lennis. A big leg save by the San Jose State netminder.
That was a tremendous save by him.
Smith with it on the far side. He's going to feed it down low, out front to Hood. Backhand pass bounces off of Hood, off of Czech Lennis, and over the goal. Eastern just peppering Nick Czech Lennis.
They definitely got a nice attack going against San Jose State right now. They got them all discombobulated.
And what a shot that was by Lund. Just bounced wide of the net, but
penalty coming up against San Jose State.
This one 3:09 of the second period. Looks like it's going to be Warren. I think I saw a trip signal initially. So Eastern Washington on the power play as taking a seat is Duncan Warren for 2 minutes. Now on off of his hands up and into the netting. We'll see where they put this one. Might move it out into the neutral zone. No, they'll keep this one in the attacking zone for Eastern Washington. Puck out front. Player knocked on top of Czech Lennis. Looking for the wraparound. Czech Lennis again knocks the goal off of the end line. Seems like that happens every time a player is looking to come around that corner.
Well, it's interesting, and sometimes goalies know they have a knack for. Not saying that's the case right now, but you saw it in earlier games too that certain netminders got the moorings off.
It is something that goalies have. What a tip straight down out front by Flood. But it is something that netminders in this building take advantage of from time to time.
And you got to give them credit if they do it.
And a pass out front by Flood to Thompson right into that Spartan logo on the chest of Czech Lennis. His 21st save of the game. A minute and a half left on the penalty to Duncan Warren.
Now, the main thing Eastern can't have happen is get frustrated with Czech Lennis on how he stopped it. Just keep peppering them. Sooner or later, they're going to go in. Just do not get yourself a mind game and say, oh, how are we going to get by this? Eastern's doing a nice job of really taking some nice shots on him.
Face-off won by the Spartans. With that one up into the Eastern Washington bench. We're starting this again, sending the pucks on to the left-hand bench out here. It's got to be a dozen so far today.
I think it's just the pucks. Everybody wants them.
Makes sense. Interesting decision here. San Jose State put that one
that's
up
really
into the netting and onto the bench, and they're going to move this one out into neutral ice.
That is a little bit baffling.
Sometimes I wish that we just had like how in Europe they've got the headset for the ref that you can listen into. I want to know what's going on here. I just want to know what the thought process is there. Because I'm sure it's sound, but it's hard to figure out if you're not in the room. And now Wells on his horse. He's going to chase this one all the way back behind his own net. Garcia, first goal scorer for San Jose. Going to give him some pressure. Now Eastern 3 wide. Looking to bring it all the way down the ice. Little slow down. This one's going to roll behind the cage. Thompson looking to feed it to somebody out front. Instead, he's going to take it himself. And Czech Lennis just going to swallow it up. And Czech Lennis, a punch with the blocker.
Now,
that should be an immediate ejection. There's no question about that one.
Very little. There should be a penalty called on that one.
At the bare minimum, the official was standing right behind it and watched him punch a player. Yeah. I'm not one to question the officials, but I'm just trying to figure out how a clearly dangerous play like that wasn't called when the official was standing right behind them. And yeah. I would say that on either side.
Yeah, that was an interesting no call on that one.
Eastern now looking to get back in this one. 30 seconds left on the power play. Tierney back into his own zone. He's got players on the left and the right. He's going to bring it up himself in the middle. Now cuts over to the far side. Tierney looking to go goalward. He's got Smith on the near side. Tries to feed it out front. Couple of players bang into each other. And now San Jose State heading the other way. As Dysart along the near wall. He's planted hard. Lund down the ice. He was looking for that stretch pass. Instead, it's going to be Tierney up the left side. He thinks about it. Still in possession. Feeds it right out front. Nobody home. And now Roach has to get there first. Beating out Gabrick. And that'll be an offside as Spartan players tied up in the attacking zone. The puck going to come back out into the neutral zone.
But I really like what I've seen out Eastern. They have not let up at all. They're still attacking. Just like to see a few more shots. And again, we talked about it. Doesn't matter where you shoot it at. Just see what Czech Lennis, if you can get under his skin.
This one off the wall, back down the ice. And it looks like Eastern's done that so far. I mean, you don't see a level-headed netminder using the blocker in that fashion typically. Carew with a good poke. A shot from an odd angle. Looked like it surprised him, but he was ready for it.
Well, they could surprise the San Jose player that it came out. He just it came right off the boards. He just wheeled around and shot it.
$14:15 left in the second period. Face-off tied up. A pass almost straight to Hood. He's just going to send it down the ice and let Belair go and get it. Belair was going to be the first one there very clearly. And another quick whistle.
Yeah, the only thing I think on that one, if Belair would have went straight in for it, he might have got the call, but he tried to
I think Belair might have been scared of getting squished up against the boards there.
Well, he tried to go around the play, and I think that's what the official said. No, you could have went straight in. We would have got it.
So again, tie up on the face-off dot. Bad pass for Eastern Washington. Bounces out into the corner. Every youth coach's worst nightmare. Backhand pass across the middle.
If you're going to do that, make sure it's a good one and not sloppy.
Yeah, make sure there's somebody there in your jersey. Wells unhappy with how close San Jose State's been getting to his netminder.
So far, he's unhappy with 3 of them right now. So
he's just hanging out next to the goalie. We're seeing both teams looking to get under the skin of the netminder here. Question might be which one cracks first.
It's going to take a lot because you don't see Carew lose his cool very often.
When I'm looking at the San Jose State bench, I don't think they have a backup goalie with them, Gary. That could be very interesting.
Not one
something
suited
like that,
up.
yeah, not one suited up. A move like that from Czech Lennis could be dangerous for the team overall. Now onto the far side. Now bouncing all the way down. They're going to say no icing. Now Tierney stops, heads the other way. Mack puts it out to the top of the zone. Passed it across to the far side. Bouncing puck out front. Carew wisely uses his body and covers that one up with 13:09.
Again, they need to, if you're going to do a backward pass, do it with purpose. and not one of these little fluttery things. You got to know this is the way I want to do it, and you got to pass the puck really hard. Because San Jose just jumped on that with it, and it was an easy jump for them. Now that's the stuff that'll drive coaches crazy.
Shot from up close, and this one, at some point, you have to hold the officials accountable for this.
That one I will, because the San Jose player came in and took a lax hit on Carew, which did not go over well with his brother.
And this is on both sides of the ice
Yes,
here.
yes.
They're letting the players get too close to the netminders, and that's going to end up impacting this game in a negative way because they're going to end up sending a different player to the box for sticking up for their netminder. And that's not something you want at this level in this type of tournament.
No, and you know what's going to happen. If you take advantage of, if you take liberties on a goal, you're going to get a response from that team.
What a slap shot from the top of the zone through traffic. Carew held onto it. And now Lund, a 2-on-2 if Eastern wants it. Lund's going to fire it in from neutral ice. And then Lund taken into the corner as he tried to poke it at the puck along the side of the goal. Like I said, same thing we're seeing on both ends of the ice.
The officials have got to be careful here because this could be a powder cake just because of what happened in San Jose when we were down there. And you're seeing it getting chippier and chippier as the time goes on.
And if I'm San Jose State, I'm asking the officials to hold these players accountable on both ends of the ice because I only have one netminder. Eastern could lose Carew.
Yeah.
They've still got Brash and Kennedy on the bench. And I'm sure that San Jose State has a second netminder over there that's just not suited up. And I think that's what we saw in the Western game as well, when they had a second goalie that wasn't on the score sheet. He was listed as number 6.
Well, we've got a disagreement here with Stevenson. He's talking with Zelensky. And then Stevenson got baited in on that one. You see, that's another one. Okay, they called them both. I was like, looking at it, how can you can't just call one on that one because that's how you get a game out of control.
So that's Bailey for San Jose and Stevenson for Eastern. Lots of open ice out there as they're going to play them 4-on-4. I don't know what they've got planned for the next intermission game, but you see this big board walking behind the scorer's table now.
I think it's shoot the puck from the red line, get through the hole, you win the prize.
I'm a big fan of that. Maybe I'll go down there. Now Dysart on the far side. He's going to take a shot, sticked away by Carew, but the trouble not gone yet. San Jose State still in possession as Garcia's got it on the far side. Looks like the net was knocked off of its mooring. The referee kind of just pointed to the center of the zone. Wasn't quite sure what he was trying to indicate, but that's a good reason to stop play, or at least as good as any other.
Well, the net was totally gone. See, so that
12:23 left to play in this period. 1:44 left on the matching minor penalties to Bailey and Stevenson. This one pushed out by Moffitt. Puck right in the center. And now Wells, he's going to bring it up the left side. He's got a couple of men in the middle. Looks to make one miss. Puts that shot on net off the side of Czech Lennis. And Trent Wells battling 3 different Spartans deep in the zone. And here comes Dysart. Eastern looking to poke him outside. And Carew not able to hold on to that one. The Eastern Washington defender pushed him to the outside, but couldn't get the puck off of him. And Dysart walked right around the defense, plugged that right into the 5-hole.
That's a classic of playing the puck, not the man. If he would have just played the man, he would have stopped him for his momentum to go in there. That's a tough goal on that one because that was one of those that, it was an easy angle fix on that one. And that's a tough break right there. Eastern's going to have to regroup and answer here pretty darn quick.
That goal officially 8:07 of the second period from Dysart. The third goal for San Jose State. Thompson now looking to get in deep. Lusk slows up the transition. Fed over to the far side to Codner. Now this one pushed ahead across the blue line, across the center stripe. Now gaining the blue line is Lusk. This one rocketed through the blue paint. Shot taken through traffic. Now on the far side is Lusk. He's going to try and put that on net, but nobody on the backside. As it was Thompson that was screening the goalie there. Zlochevsky loses the puck. But here comes San Jose State with speed. Navarrete on the right side looks to go across. Nobody there. As Zlochevsky just a couple of steps behind him. This one dumped out into the neutral zone. Having to reset on the stick of Izzy Codner. He's knocked down by Lund.
And that's how you take the body right there. He didn't even worry about the puck. He lined the guy up and he buried him, and that's how you do it.
Dangerous puck out front again. And this time Carew dives on top of it.
If you were showing a video to a youth hockey team, that's exactly how you show them. And don't get caught up with looking at the puck or something. Take your body and hit him right in the chest. And that's what Lund did. That was an excellent stop by him.
Face-off coming stick side of Brendan Carew, and another tie-up on the face-off circle. Now Lund looking to use his speed. Can't get to the puck first, as the first one there is Haller. Hood keeps that in. He's got it. He's got Wells out front. Tries to go there. Czech Lennis. They'll call that a high stick. Czech Lennis knocked that one away. He's starting to wise up on that pass through the crease. Nick Czech Lennis is. It's the second time in a row that he's poked it away as it came through the blue paint. Just 7 seconds away from midpoint of this game. Players on the far side need to back up. Eastern wins the faceoff. Tierney fires a shot on net or into the midsection of Czech Lennis. He's going to hug that, and we'll have another faceoff coming. 10:03 left in the second period.
See on that right there, you like a little bit more traffic in front of Czech Lennis, so he really can't see the puck that well. Flood the net a little bit to get him off guard, get his vision blocked a tad bit more, and then you're going to have some success with him.
Face-off won by Eastern. Back to Tierney. That one between his legs, and Stevenson able to get back on defense. Eastern getting their stick to the puck, but can't maintain possession at all. Tierney loses a wheel there. Not able to catch up to it. Belair knocked off of the puck. He's not going to let Dysart go away unscathed. Pass out front, and Carew again squeezes the legs and holds on to that one. Wasn't much leg pad left there.
You got to clean it up a little bit. Again, we talked about in the first period now, the little mistakes and the little lackadaisical passing. San Jose intercepted, jumped right into it, got a clean shot on Carew.
San Jose playing with a purpose here. Eastern just kind of individual efforts at the moment. You see that out into the neutral zone. Flood giving chase. That one chopped again back into the neutral zone. The official keeping that puck onside for the second time today. Second time in this game, I should say. Lusk puts that into neutral ice, but it's Moffitt with it. Now Roach has to pick it up, make a quick decision. Sends it back towards the goal, looking for that wraparound. This one out into center ice. Lusk on the near side. That one off of the skates of Zlochevsky. Going back to the blue line. Swing and a miss. Back out into neutral ice. Sam Thompson looks like he's got a new cage out there tonight. Nice shiny silver one. Saw that as he was rushing in to put Vega into the boards. But a big hit by Roach.
He definitely blew up the San Jose player on that one.
San Jose player back to his feet. They're going to say no ice. Warren on the far side with it. He's knocked off of the puck. Now Eastern, a couple of players fighting over it themselves. Wells a couple of steps backwards before he addressed Parsons, who got that shot off.
They're just a tick off right now. Eastern's just a tick off from getting this.
Good now
open.
over to Lund. Top shelf board down ski.
Excellent job right there. What Eastern did, they split out. They had three guys, 3-on-2. Rather than bunching in, they floated out, opened it up a little bit more, and Lund just buried in the top shelf. Excellent response by Eastern on that one. They needed to get that goal. But again, it was all set up how they attacked it. They spread out, and so San Jose couldn't bunch them in, and their defenseman had to pick one of the three guys and picked wrong. But nice job by Lund. He's having a heck of a game.
That goal officially 12-15 of the second period. Lund from Hood.
Lund's doing a video right on how to score goals and how to use the body to take somebody off the puck.
Dangerous puck off of that back wall. Luckily bounces off the back of the cage. We've been talking about it. Hood, Lund, and Best. Those three together on a line can create some magic. You see it even just with two of them out there. So I don't think we've seen Hood back since the incident in the first period. Kicked away into the corner by Eastern Washington. This one out into neutral ice. Nobody back deep enough. San Jose State yelling for sixth man. Too many men here as one Eastern player was trying to get off the ice. The other was trying to get on, and the puck hit one of them. Belair now using his small body. He's got Stevenson out front, a swing and a
beautiful
miss.
pass.
Move by Belair.
Beautiful pass by Belair.
This one out front again. It's Stevenson again. Just a couple inches away. Can't get to it. You talk about the angles there again. Here comes Dysart. He's going to cut it towards the middle. And that time, Eastern using the body. Eagles not able to get it out of the zone. Finally, near side now. A chance for Belair. He's just going to chop that one in. Head back to the bench as quickly as he can. Puck sent in, rimmed around, near side now. Moffitt sends it up ahead. He's still battling Garcia now down along the low wall. Dysart, a deflected shot, ends up on the sidewall instead of straight back. And another big save by Carew as he moves east to west. Another careless turnover by Eastern Washington, causing some trouble out front. This time, at least the puck up and out of the crease area and out of the slot.
This would be a great time for Eastern just to ice the puck and regroup right now because they are making a lot of mistakes right down low on Carew.
Lusk up here floating at the point, waiting for that breakout pass. Now this one to Flood. Flood's looking for somebody in the middle. Nobody there for him. Now still in the attacking zone. New life in the Eastern Eagles.
You can see it in their play. That goal really helped them.
Floating pass out to Carew. Ryan Carew feeds it up the wall. Taken down from behind at center ice.
There is a penalty
Chance coming up front. And now Eastern looking to clear it up as well. Wells still in possession. He feeds it over to Hood. Hood's the one that was knocked down at center ice. He drew the penalty. He's looking for somebody out front. Hood still with it. Eastern with a 6-on-5 advantage at the moment. Hood takes a shot deflected by Smith at just the last second.
Keep putting pressure on him. You're getting San Jose tired.
And a chance there by Lusk as Eastern still battling. Wells with the puck again. He's going to go to the far side. Odd angle shot, and that's going to give San Jose a chance to touch the puck finally. As Tydinko is the one that touches it up. But now San Jose State going to head to the box.
But a nice job by Eastern is keeping that play alive, and it was really wearing down San Jose State's players. They were getting extremely tired. You can see them going to the bench, and they're all bent over. It's just too bad they couldn't hold it a little bit longer. But an excellent attack by the Eagles on that one. They did an outstanding job.
That's Navarrete. He'll take a 2-minute penalty. Be a check Lennis some water here after that one.
He's under fire. There's no question about that. Eastern's been doing a nice job for the last 3-4 minutes putting pressure on him and the San Jose players.
Puck right out front, just wide of the net by Czech Lennis. And again, out front in the net, going to be knocked off of its mooring again as somebody tried to come around the corner on Nick Czech Lennis. The referees having a conversation here with each other. .153 left on the penalty clock. This one won by the Eagles. Near side to Tierney. He's going to put a shot on net. Wide of the goal mouth. Now Hood, a fake shot. He still has it. I'm sorry, that was Roach. Now Tierney looking for the bouncing puck. Stevenson out front. He can't get to it. The crowd here looking for some help from the officials on that one, but nothing coming. Tierney now back behind his own net. He's got pressure coming from Moffitt. And another turnover by Eastern Washington. And they're going to say that one, they're going to get a slash for that.
But again, it's the unforced turnovers. Just hurting Eastern tremendously tonight.
So on 16-22, it'll be Roach for a slash. So 1:21 left of 4-on-4 time. And about 39 seconds of power play time for San Jose State. Their first goal came on the 4-on-4, I believe. San Jose State's did. Hood firing that towards the net. And Eastern definitely has a process here. They put a man in front of Czech Lennis and try and get that on net.
And that's a great plan to do that.
Especially with a netminder as skilled as Nick Czech Lennis. I mean, there's a reason that he was first team all PAC8. What a tip opportunity there. This one sent down the ice. Eastern, a chance here, a dive ahead by Thompson. And Lusk can't control it. Lusk is going to come together there on the backside. Going to let his frustration out on San Jose State. And now Dysart on the right side. Circles back towards the middle. Has a man on the far side. Lusk throwing his body around everywhere. Hood loses it in his skates. Now tries to feed it out into the center. Luckily, his own player there. So that would have been a perfect feed right to the slot. San Jose State changing. Has to get back out of the zone. Looking to pass that across the top of the crease. Carew saw it coming. Wisely deflected it. The end of the 4-on-4, and now 40 seconds of power play time for San Jose State. As on the far side comes Codner. This one out into the neutral zone. Under 30 left on the power play. Gabrick with it. He's going to feed it over to the far side. Looking to come near side to Navarrete. Hood going to pick it up on that far side. Pins it up against the wall, trying to kill as much of this penalty clock as he can. Now fed down low. Eastern going to have to watch the back door. That's where Garcia went. Now Eastern just looking to send it all the way down the ice as that penalty expires. Back to five-a-side hockey. Roach going to head straight to the bench. Eastern going to get caught on a line change here. And a good poke by Wells. Tierney. Hard shot back out into the neutral zone. And now giving chase is Stevenson. He's going to have to battle Czech Lennis. Czech Lennis gets a hold of it first, but now back to Stevenson down low. He's got a couple of players out front. Belair there on the back door. Just cannot get the shot off. Back up to the top of the zone. Clapper from distance. It's going to go wide to Stevenson. Stevenson now chasing, or sends it back behind the net for Hofacker, who chases it. Puck stuck against the wall behind the net. 4 Spartans, 2 Eagles. Stevenson going to head to the bench as the Spartans come the other direction. Garcia has to be pushed to the outside, and a big save by Carew as that one's knocked just wide of the goal mouth. Now Hofacker gets it into the end and has it immediately knocked back the other direction. Now looking to build up some speed coming into the zone is Codner. And another save by Brendan Carew. That his 24th of the contest. And again, Gary, we talk about how close these two teams are. 27 shots apiece. San Jose stayed up by 1 goal. 25.5 left in this second period.
Well, it's flip-flopping. Eastern gets the momentum, then all of a sudden San Jose gets the momentum, and it's been going back and forth like this for at least half this period.
Roach is going to send that all the way down the ice. And nobody in a red uniform really going to chase that. So a 16.8. Looks like Eastern just trying to kill off the rest of this period. Get to the locker room, regroup for the final 20 minutes.
Been a good hockey game,
This is what we expected. If you're just joining us, UW, the number 1 seed, losing this morning to USC. They will face off against Utah, who beat Western Washington in the second game of the day. And the winner of this one going to face off against the Cal Golden Bears, who beat WSU in the third game of the day. 10 seconds left. Garcia has it back behind the net. He's taken down, and that's going to end up another penalty against Eastern with 1.7. They're going to call that a hook. So Eastern going to start the third period on the power play again. Or I'm sorry, on the penalty kill again, as Ryan Carew takes a late penalty. So Carew, 2 minutes for trip. Or a hook, rather.
Smart move by San Jose State. They pulled their netminder because they can't shoot the puck that far down, so you get an extra man. You might get that one shot.
And that one blocked away by Carew. A sigh of relief for Eastern Washington as they head into the locker room. They trail by 1, but this third period may be the most exciting we've seen all day. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the exciting conclusion of the PAC8 Championship Tournament Day 1 from Cheney, Washington. Friends and family, welcome back to the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center. It's the final period of day one here at the PAC8 Championship Tournament. And Eastern Washington, the host, trailing number 4 San Jose State on a Friday night. These two teams very evenly matched. Eastern 27 shots, San Jose State 28. But Eastern going to start the second period in a row in the sin bin as Ryan Carew picked up a hooking minor with about a second and a half left in that period. My name's Tyler Pisani. I will be joined shortly by the man, the myth, the legend, Gary Allen. The winner of this game goes on tomorrow to face Cal for a shot in the IEDS championship game coming up on Sunday. Spartans with the puck, bring it into the zone, and knocked off of it here to the near side. Garcia scored the first goal for San Jose State. That one poked away by Carew, hugging that near post, looking to go to the far side now. And he goes post to post and able to smother that one. Gary, what's the key for Eastern Washington here in this third period?
Knock off the little mistakes that they were doing. They get some good momentum going, and then they make a little lazy pass or do a blind pass or some little mistake. If they can stop that, they're definitely going to give San Jose everything they want, but they got to eliminate those little mistakes.
San Jose State with it again on the power play. Tidinko, he's going to feed it to the far side. That one off of the glass behind the net, and Tidinko's got to chase it all the way back into his own end. Off to the side of his goal. He's going to pass it all the way across the zone. Now bringing it up ahead is Moffitt. Skates right towards us and then turns it over to Eastern Washington. And now a chance for Lund. He has the last goal. He's going to beat this puck into the corner. Interesting shot there. I'm not sure how he got that to the front side of Czech Lennis from the angle that he was at, but Czech Lennis grabs it, sets it down.
I was wondering if he wasn't trying to get it off his pad because he knew he had a line mate coming down and tried to get a rebound off of that. Because that's what it looked like. He just did a little flutter in it.
It almost looked like it came sort of from behind Czech Lennis, which is why I was so surprised that he ended up with it in his glove.
But Lund's having a strong game tonight. Very strong game.
30 seconds left in the power play for San Jose State. They'll try and get down the ice again. Chipped in right towards the netminder. Carew just going to hold on to that with 18 seconds left on the penalty clock.
And to carry a little bit more on what do you think Eastern has to do, they got to stay out of the penalty box on that. Because every time it seems like, and they've had a history of this, they get momentum, then they kick up a penalty, and then it takes it away from them. They got to stay out of the box also.
Puck sent over to the far side. And Wells going to chase it back behind his own net. Releasing early was Lusk. And that touched him up in the neutral zone. But he didn't see it at his feet. So it's going to go to Czech Lennis. Shot taken by Lusk. It's going to go all the way back to Brody Roach. As out of the box comes Carew. Eastern Washington back to full strength. Zlochevsky tried to bring it ahead. It's off the wall towards the goal mouth, and just like that, Czech Lennis going to hold on to it. 17:47 left in the third period. 28s on both shot clocks. 3-2, San Jose State leads Eastern Washington.
I did talk to some of the ice people down there, and I was asking about the question because it seems like the goalpost is coming off the moorings pretty easily, and if there was, and they said no, there's nothing wrong with the ice. So it's kind of like, well, you got to start wondering if you got 7 of them called. You know, you got to start wondering what exactly is going on.
You know, we'll see if Czech Lennis has the same problem on this side of the ice that he had with the pucks being the post being stable on the other side. Hofacker just inches away. Tank, as you call him, not one to typically take that kind of shot, but he almost put it right on the mark. Now Belair fighting for the puck there with Warren. Now San Jose State looking to skate with numbers. Garcia's got Dysart on the near side. Tierney can't clear it. It's going to go near side now. Flood looking to make a run down the ice. Actually, that's Hofacker. Thinks about the shot, circles around, has Stevenson in the center. Wells going to take it from distance. Stevenson there looking for the tip in. He feeds it back out front, but nobody there in a red uniform. And now this one sent down to Carew. He's going to use his stick and sends it up ahead to Thompson. Thompson across the center stripe. Feeds the puck down to the corner. Lusk on one knee, still with a stick on the puck. It's going to squirt out to the far side, and there to pick it up is Navarrete. Thompson just skated right around the outside of the Spartan on the far side of the ice there. Lusk now with it. He gives it to Flood back behind the goal. Flood tries to backhand it out front, but again, nobody there in a red uniform. Eastern getting the puck in the important parts of the ice, but can't get their skates or sticks there.
Well, again, and we've mentioned it a lot in the first two periods. Get a couple guys in the view of Chuck Lannis. Don't let him just sit there and take a wide view of everything. Run some interference on him and see if you can get his head turning where the players are, but just start crashing the net a little bit more. And then you take those shots you were just mentioning too.
Hood ties that one up on top of the faceoff dot. Lund tries to get it goalward. Now he'll have another opportunity from the right faceoff circle. Smith, top shelf,
Smitty!
Goal!
Was that Smith? Oh, I knew Smitty was going to come through tonight. I just felt it. I love that kid. The guy is just incredible. That sparks the crowd. Everybody's like, the Cowboys are going crazy in here now. Way to go, Smith. I'm so glad he came back.
Yeah, he picked that spot. He knew right where he wanted it.
Yeah, he went top shelf on that one. He had Jack Lennis all tied up on that one.
And just like that, with 16 minutes left in the final game on day one, we are all knotted up. Everything in this game coming down to the final 16 minutes.
It's a new game now, Tyler. It's a new game.
San Jose State hasn't scored since 8:07 of the last period. And now a chance for Smith again. He got the assist looking back on Lund's goal. That one right out front, another opportunity for Eastern Washington. The boys are buzzing.
Well, they're attacking like they did in the first period, throughout the first 7-8 minutes. They just were swarming all over San Jose.
And a 3-on-2 opportunity for San Jose, looking at that back door, but Codner not able to get there. Now with speed, a 2-on-1 rush for Eastern. Hood on the right. He's going to go across to Lund and floats that one just a bit too much. He was going for a big saucer pass. And Lund sandwiched between a couple of San Jose State Spartans. Spartans getting a line change on. Here comes Hood. Leaves it off for Belair. Belair rips a shot into the glove of Czech Lennis. That Waylon Belair Isaac Hood connection is starting to form a little bit.
Well, you've noticed that throughout the season, how they've been getting more comfortable, and Belair's starting to just let it go, which he wasn't at the start of the year, and he's got a pretty good little shot on him. So
these two teams battling the next 15 minutes to see who takes on Cal tomorrow in the semifinal number 2 at 7 o'clock. There's going to be a delayed call against Eastern here in just a moment. And we'll see who it is. It was a very delayed call here. San Jose State was able to hold the puck for a moment. It's going to be Stevie that heads to the box. So Wyatt Stevenson started the box. Actually, Stevenson hasn't been in the box yet. It was Carew at the beginning of the period.
No, but again, as these penalties and that, because Eastern's swarming all over San Jose right now. San Jose's, they're having a tough time slowing them down. Eastern's got good momentum going, and now they go back in the penalty box.
Well, that's been a problem for them. I'd like to say all year, but it's been the last few seasons. Last year, Reed Kaiser able to help capitalize on the short-handed goals. Here's a chance for Thompson. Backhanded, kicked into the side of the net. Stick wrapped around Thompson's waist and no call here as he's literally spun around like a top. Now here comes San Jose State the other direction. Slowing it down is Moffitt. He's looking for a man in the middle, and Dysart was there. But instead, it's going to go to Garcia on the near side.
Eastern just can't chase him. They can't use the body.
Bouncing puck out front, dangerous. Dysart again with a shot. Again off the side of the cage. Navarrete going to feed it over to the far side. Now near side, kicked away, back door. Dysart fed it to the back door on that kind of a shot pass.
Again, the penalty came back to bite him.
Looks like that's Moffitt that's going to get credit for that one.
You got to give credit to San Jose on that. Was a nice setup, but we'll see how Eastern will respond because they had a lot of momentum going once they tied this up.
So San Jose State back on top, 4-3. $13:51 left to play. Smith is hungry. He chases that one almost all the way into the San Jose State end. Roach makes the first man miss, gets the puck up off to the near side. That one across the center of the neutral zone. Now Eastern with speed as Lund's knocked off of the puck. Talk about playing the body and not the puck.
That was excellent by
That's
San
exactly
Jose
what
State.
San Jose State did, yeah. Smith sends it over to the far side. Hood with it. Makes one man miss. Still off into the corner now. He had it at his feet. And no signal from the officials. And they'll call that icing. 13:06 left in this third period.
But Eastern's had a real strong period this time, right? Excellent start to the third period that went all the way through. Hopefully the momentum can keep shifting toward them and they can knot this game up.
Tierney with it. He's going to send it down into the corner. Now Zlocheski, he's going to give pressure up front, but that one touched up in the neutral zone by Eastern. Lusk tried to play it over to Thompson, couldn't get it. Eastern playing a little scattered here. Lusk giving chase. Touched up in the center of the zone, and now Lusk coming away with it. He's almost blown up. It ends up brushing off the San Jose State defender. And they're going to say no icing. Very similar call to what we saw with Bel Air on the other side. Wells makes one man miss, gets the ooze from the crowd. And Wells has to chase that one back down again. Big hit on Parsons. Now Stevenson plays it off the wall. Knocked straight down. Bel Air wanted to give chase on that one. And Parsons coming out of the zone, just sent that one right back in. Eastern looking for the stretch pass here. Stevenson waiting for it, but just touched it up and sent it in as he realized he didn't have any support coming. Off the wall, pushed up ahead. Carew now dumps it in. Back with it is Navarrete. Bel Air on the forecheck now. Moffitt has it. In front of his own net, passes it off to the far side. Stevenson uses the body now. And now this one out into the neutral zone. San Jose State trying to get Eastern to pinch in and find somebody behind them. Garcia, instead of passing that off to Dysart, puts that towards the goal mouth. Now Navarrete down into the corner. Hood with it, loses it at his feet for a moment. Now out to Smith. That one punted up and over the top of the goal and now chopped down the ice. And they'll call that an icing unless Hood can get there. I think that was both of them just trying to stop. That did turn into a hit, but
Well, that's got to be a no call. I don't see any.
I think they both were trying to stop in the same space here. And when you're battling for a puck that far ahead, if anything, blow the whistle sooner than that if it's a 50-50 puck like that. But it's tough to send Hood to the box when they were both looking to stop at the same spot. He didn't finish the check through the boards. He turned his hips.
Wow, that is a stunner right there.
So Hood going to take a seat for, I haven't seen an official call yet.
Oh, neither. They got Eastern's box open, but I'd be surprised if Hood got anything on that one. It might have been a retaliation after that, but
the officials having a conference here. We've been talking about this all weekend. They've done a great job of getting together, making the right call here, using all 4 sets of eyes on the ice to assess each situation.
well, the linesman would have had a better view out of anybody out there, and that's why they're in there talking and giving their input.
And it looked like the linesman had a conversation with the official right away, right after that happened. So we'll see how this shakes out. But 10:42 left in this one. And they are going to send Isaac Hood to the box, it looks like. And the crowd here is not happy with that one, and I don't blame them.
That's extremely questionable. I'm going to leave it at that. I didn't see it. I was with you. They both went in, same space. It could have went either way if they wanted to make that kind of call. So that's fascinating.
Well, it's the calling it both ways here, and it's not just that they're calling against Eastern in one way and San Jose in one way, but it seems like they're going to give him a boarding for that. But it just seems like the calls are inconsistent tonight.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm with you. It's not so much it's going against either. I mean, it's been that way both ways. And
San Jose State looking for that back door. Garcia looking to turn on the Jets. Gets over to the far side. Shot through the crease. Back up top to Tydinko. Dysart looks for that top corner, and that's going to roll all the way back down to his netminder. Cheklenis. Who's going to bring it back up to Dysart. Now Stevenson has one man in front of him. He's pulled down from behind. That'll be a penalty for San Jose State. So Eastern Washington going to be back on level footing here for a minute 18, and then they'll have about a 42-second power play.
That was a tremendous job by Wyatt Stevenson on that one. He sold it, and he had an idea of what he was going to do. And outstanding job by him. Just a superb hockey play right there.
Well, and if you're Eastern, you've now just taken Garcia off of the ice. You scored the first goal for San Jose State and shown that he's dangerous.
And you got to wonder sometimes was that kind of a sort of a little makeup on
which I think we saw that a little earlier with the icing call.
Yeah.
Backhanded pass from the faceoff circle by Smith. It's a little slow to get back up to his feet. Seems to be okay, though. Now, cutting back towards the middle was Castellanos. That was a good move to get past all of the Eastern defensemen.
But I really liked what Wells did. He trailed it. He knew that he wasn't in the play, but he stood out in front and got the puck. Nice heads-up play by him.
Good pass across the zone. Smith wisely playing it back to Wells. Wells thinks about going near side to Carew. He's just going to hold on to it. Now he gives it to Carew. Thompson crashing near us. Back to the far side to Wells. And now Wells going to use his skates. Brings it down the ice and whips it all the way around. He was looking for somebody on this near side wall. He's able to get it to Lund, who then feeds it down to Thompson. Lund having to chase over to the far side. And Eastern back in possession. Thompson now has it poked off of his stick in the neutral zone. He feeds it back to the captain, Wells. Thompson then sends it in. Less than 10 on the 4-on-4. San Jose State looking to set something up as out of the box comes Hood. And now Eastern, 36 seconds left on the power play. Hood out of the box, gets it up ahead, and now Eastern with numbers if they want to skate. On the right side is Hood. He's going to think about it. Fires it off of the leg pads. On the far side is Thompson. He tries to get a shot off, fires it off of his own man. Now Roach, good heads-up play there, just sends it back in. And a good play by San Jose State on the penalty kill. Garcia, less than 10 seconds left in the box. Eastern, one more rush down the ice. It'll be Lusk looking to play it up ahead to Flood. That one's going to go around to the far side to Smith. Dysart now chops it ahead. Out of the box is Garcia. He's going to look to take it goalward. And kicked away by Carew. Backside now Garcia. He was there for the rebound. Unlucky for San Jose State. Under 8 to play. Bouncing puck out front. Garcia finds the back of the net all alone. Floated right into the zone. And he had his option. He could have taken that shot or given it off to Dysart. There wasn't a red jersey in the zip code.
No, it was definitely 2-on-0, basic on that one. That's a tough break for Eastern right there. They had it set up really well. I mean, I liked how they were maneuvering it, tried to get the puck. They just couldn't corral it, and it just bounced out to the San Jose State player. And that's a big goal for the Spartans right there.
Now, head coach assistant coach Jay Oyen having a conversation with the officials about something that he's seeing out there. Yeah, he is frustrated that the officials don't want to talk to him right now. Tierney, he's going to go back over to the far side now. Behind the net, Eastern looking to build out of their own end. Hood has it taken away right at the blue line. Dysart going to send it off to the far side to Moffitt.
Dysart did a nice job of actually going around the check. That was going to do it. He actually pushed the puck between the Eastern's legs.
Now as the extracurriculars wrap up, I have a face-off on the far side. Glove side of Brandon Carew, Eastern Washington, 6'2", 240-pound left-handed netminder from Blaine, Washington. The officials having a conversation with Czech Lennis on the other side of the ice, and it could be about the net dislodging. Because as we've seen, Carew hasn't dislodged the net more than once on this side of the ice. No, and that is what Jay Oyen keeps pointing at. Is
and you
Nick
have
Czech
to.
Lennis.
After a while, you got to say, hold it. It's happening too frequently, and you both goalies been in the same side. So and again, that's not making any kind of excuse, but it's just odd that it keeps happening in one end. And but Eastern's got their work cut out for them now. They have really got to start turning up the heat and maybe take a few little gambles.
Tierney loses that one at his feet. Shot taken from the top of the circle. Spinning around was Dysart. And that one again, almost into the Eastern Washington net or bench. And Sam Brash, he took one off the mask there. He'll just dig that out of the net. Hand that off to the official. 6:56 left to play in day one of the PAC8 championship tournament. Eastern needs 3 goals to advance to tomorrow. Trailing San Jose State by 2. Tierney has it, sends it down the ice right on net. And Czech Lennis going to have to cover that one up. 6:39 left to play. An exciting day of hockey tomorrow here. The semifinals of the PAC8 championship tournament kicking off with Utah and USC at 3 o'clock tomorrow here at the Eastern Washington Recreation Center. And the winner of this contest is going to go on to face Cal at 7 tomorrow night. Eastern needs to ignite a fire here as we tick down towards half a dozen minutes left.
The biggest thing Eastern can't do is get a penalty on themselves right now. That would be devastating.
Lusk with it. He's got Flood on the right side. Now Lusk on the far side. He brings it all the way to the near side. Now Carew tries to float that one kind of right on top of the crease, and maybe a little bit of too much finesse there. Roach ahead to Thompson. Thompson takes a shot from neutral ice. Lusk on the far side. Tries to chop it back down. Couldn't get enough of it. And now sneaks out of the pile. He's got Thompson waiting out front. Carew at the near point. That one dies right next to Czech Lennis. As on the ice under the play, looked like it was Luke Haller.
But see, there's a great example there. Czech Lennis comes out and gives a little push on Thompson. And
the officials letting that happen. And again, this is eventually the players police themselves.
oh, yeah.
And I'm not sure that Eastern's going to take too kindly if it comes to that. I would assume that San Jose State on the other end of the ice isn't going to either. Battle for the puck down in the corner. San Jose State trying to kill as much time as they can, and Eastern finally able to come away with it. Lund has it, picks a spot, bounces right out in front. Lund can't finish the rebound, and Czech Lennis knocked it off again. This time he pulled it back himself. So one out front to Smith. Czech Lennis dives and poke checks that one away. Hood now looking from distance. It's going to go here to the near side. Lund, he's going to leave it off for Roach. And the net again dislodged behind Nicholas Czech Lennis.
What I find interesting on that, the play wasn't even by the net.
So face-off coming. Stick side of Czech Lennis. Under 5 to play here in Cheney. Thompson with it. Turns around, deflected out into the corner. Lund takes a look around. Oh, sorry, Flood on the far side. Now Eric's with it. Puts it on ice. Keeps it down low, just wide of the net. Eastern now looking for somebody out front. Bouncing puck in the crease. In between the legs of Czech Lennis. And able to keep it out of the back of the net are the Spartans. A little bit of chaos here late in this one. A goal by Eastern Washington could make the final 4.5 minutes very, very interesting. Flood sends it around. Lusk with a big check. Now Lusk with it in the corner. Tries to sneak between the two defensemen. Can't get there. Now a dump down the ice. Eriks has a man behind him. He's just going to wing that back all the way down the ice. Into the neutral surface. Bounces back out across the blue line. And now Hood having to give chase on Castellanos. Back out into the neutral zone again. Ty Dingo. Over to the far side. Now Stevenson touched that up. So Wells going to have to chase. And another phantom icing call. And I heard that one touched up at center ice from here, and I'm not complaining. Puck's going down in front of the San Jose State net. But as we were saying, the consistency on both sides of these calls, a little lacking late in the day.
I know one thing right now, Eastern's running out of time, and they're going to have to take some gambles without a doubt.
It looks like Wells setting up for a slap shot here at the top of the zone. He was ready for it. San Jose State coming away with the face-off win. Hood sends it in. Bounces off of the official again on the far side. Hood going to finish his check. Easy pass out front by Carew. He just could not find Hood. Now Eastern Washington, a little miscommunication. Smith gets it, chucks it in, back behind the net. Check Lennis comes out to get it. Hood takes the long way, finishes the check on that pass. Now Flood looking to throw the body a little bit. Eastern has a very obvious game plan here. Use the body and just beat down San Jose State here in the last few minutes.
Well, it'll slow you down. If you use the body enough, it'll slow you down. And then you try to get that one little break pass on a turnover if you can do that.
Eastern looking to set up a play here, near side to Flood. Flood, one touch to Thompson. Now back to Flood. Now Thompson going to clean it up. Flood out front, tip just wide of the net. And Check Lennis, two hands to Flood at the top of the crease. And I'm not really understanding why either netminder is allowed to constantly check either player. And there's not a chance that they can call that a penalty.
I'm not going to go either way on that one. The way I've seen some of these calls right now.
Well, if they're not going to police the game, the players are going to do that. We saw it on the other end of the ice.
And I don't know why they're letting the netminder keep yapping at him either, because all that's doing is just getting under Eastern's skin. And sooner or later, they're going to act on it.
So 2:20 left in this game, and Eastern's basically going to spend the rest of the game on the penalty kill.
Come on. So there are stuff that we've watched now that's been allowed, and they're calling a penalty on that. Oh, they got them both. Okay, they took both. So that's even that. Now that's better. Because that'd have been a travesty.
Looks like that's Parsons. And we knew this game was going to be chippy heading into it. So the amount of penalties, the talking, not all that surprising from either side. But the stuff that they're letting go and not calling is what I think is causing problems for both teams. They just don't know how to play. Yeah. You had something over here where on the Carew side, where they defended the goalie, got sent to the box because the goalie came out and shoved them a little bit. Now on the other side, same thing doesn't happen.
Well, and that's, again, as much animosity you mentioned it that these two teams have, it's going to boil over sooner or later because the inconsistency that what you're saying on the calls. And after a while, you're right. I mean, as a hockey player, you're only going to be able to take so much before you say, I've had enough. And with 2:20 left in this game, the officials have got to be real careful because this is a power keg right now, in my view, and it's just almost ready to explode.
It is. And we talked about it. These two teams in San Jose did not get along. That's kind of what we expected here tonight. San Jose State, an incredible hockey team. You can see why they get under other teams' skins. It's just frustrating. Like we saw with WSU and Cal earlier, it's frustrating to try and chase a team like this.
Yeah, no, they're a good hockey club, but it's just Eastern.
Now Garcia looking to turn on his Jets, and instead it's Isaac Hood that comes away with it. Hood now looking to use his speed. He's got Flood on the near side. Bouncing puck off into the corner. Rolling puck towards the top of the zone. And Eastern able to keep it in for even just a moment. Now a chance out front for Lusk. Forehand, backhand. Eastern Washington just not able to find the back of the net. Lusk couldn't release it.
He got behind Chuck Lennis, and I thought he was going to push that puck in, and it just rolled a little bit out of his reach.
What a stand by the San Jose State defense.
No, you can't take any away from San Jose State. They're a good hockey team, but so is Eastern. I mean, that we knew it. We've said it enough. They're extremely evenly matched. Eastern pulled their goalie, so now maybe that'll kick them a little bit more because they're going to have to start taking a few gambles. There's no doubt.
1:51 left to play. Interesting move to pull the netminder prior to winning that faceoff, but in the attacking zone, that does make sense. Hood with it again. Minute 20 left on the 4-on-4. Or 5-on-4, be it with Carew on the bench. Lusk has it. He tries to send it down the wall. Nobody there, though. And Castellanos tries to feed it ahead. Hood pulled on in neutral ice. And that's going to be sent all the way back down. They're going to say no icing as Wells has to circle up. Wells behind the cage. Easy pass near side to Smith. Smith across the ice, off the wall to Flood. Flood has Smith out front, looking to go towards the goal mouth. Up top to Hood. Hood fires a shot, lifts it just a bit too much. Now Lusk on the far side, under a minute left to play. Behind Flood, he's got to catch up to it. Tries to feed it to the center, can't get to it. Back out into neutral ice, 45 seconds left to play. Wells has it, he tries to feed it ahead to Smith. Now Lusk on the right side. Has Flood out front. Lusk tries to get it to him off the side of the cage. And now Garcia flips that all the way back down the ice. 30 seconds left to play. Wells has to chop that one ahead. Eastern needs to move quickly. 25 seconds left. Lusk now trying to take it towards the goal mouth, and that might do it as the two players exit the box. And it looks like San Jose State going to take the late game here in Cheney, knocking off the hosts, number 5 Eastern Washington. What a game between these two teams to cap off night one at the PAC8 championship tournament.
There we go.
And we saw this coming.
There's no doubt. We got it all over.
And now we've got it over here. Hood going at it with
you knew it.
Looks like that's Navarre.
You knew exactly this was going to happen. This is on the referees. I'm sorry, but it's on them.
And the referee's not doing anything to try and separate these players, as we've got a bear hug on the near side.
And this never would have happened. I'm sorry, but this is totally on them.
And we've talked about it since the second period. And that's going to get the crowd on their feet, but it's not going to move Eastern Washington on to tomorrow. San Jose State. Their entire bench, including their coach, mocking Eastern Washington.
That's actually totally
it's
classless
one
act.
Thing for
classless
for
act
the players.
by that team.
We'll see if they do the handshake line here. I'm not sure that that's the wisest move.
No, it wouldn't be a good move at all.
PAC8 executive director in the scorer's box. We'll see if that
was incredible. But that's such a classless act. That I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. But I have a lot more I could say on that, especially with the staff. I mean, come on.
Well, with that, we will step away. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock here in Cheney for Utah versus USC.